Hey, what's up? Back at it again with Final Fantasy XIV. Oops, gotta click back into the game. Um, it's been a week since last time I played on stream, of course, because I've been doing other stuff in the meantime, like uh, leveling my warrior. It's now level 82. Doing some Bosnian Southern Front stuff to try and get a relic weapon from there, just for glam's sake. Not really important for me to do it. Not really important for me to do it for power's sake, because obviously this thing is just as powerful, if not more so. Actually, Bosnian was from Shadowbringers, so it's weaker. But yeah, I think, what else do I want to say? I don't know, I think that's it. I do want to, still haven't done the Alliance raid and the, I haven't done these. Which I will do. I might do it on stream, but I don't think I'm going to do it today. I think I'm going to set aside time for that specifically as I finish off Endwalker, and then before I start up Dawn Trail proper. But let's talk to Varshan. The warning scale exhibits no change. It should be safe to remain here and begin our search. But with her now, I would sense a Jaya were she remotely near, but there's nothing. Why you not call to her, let her know that you've come? Alas, this vessel is not capable of blah 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 calling across vast distances. For that, I require my true form. And even were it possible, a dragon's call is born upon ether. This is liable to draw more void sent to us. I see. In any case, there's little exploration to be done while we are confined to this isolated isle. Suppose we begin by learning what we can from the castle's occupants, and understanding of their ways may prove useful to our cause. Very well, let's hope a few of them are capable of speech. Let all remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. Reconvene afterwards. Also, I fixed pretty much all the technical difficulties of previous streams where my model was looking dead in the eyes as he looked straight on, and the voice acting not coming through. That was a weird one. Creature snarls and glares at you. Is unlikely you'll learn anything from it. But yeah, basically my model was facing dead ahead because my GPU was ever so slightly maxing out. Actually, it wasn't maxing out, it was coming close to maxing out. And it caused my webcam to freeze, and therefore my model to freeze. That happened because of the lighting effects I had, which basically means that I had 3 versions of my model and 2 versions of the game running at the same time. That uses a lot of GPU. So I just turned those off. No fancy lighting for me today. What enticing ether you have. Give me more. Oh, give me some. Give me some. Nah. Aw, if only I were stronger, I'd be able to eat you. Fine, I'll find someone else to eat. While able to communicate, this one seems to only think of feeding. Better take your inquiries elsewhere. That guy looks cool. Are you dancing? Mistress' eyes are beauteous, sublime. To bask in her gaze is bliss. Now she's gone. Never again will I feel her gaze. No mistress, no orders. What am I to do now? What am I to do now? The creature mutters to itself endlessly, not sparing you so much as a glance. Hello? I serve, I obey. Please don't eat me. A dragon? What's that? Does it taste good? I don't know anything about it. Don't know anything. The one we caught recently, they seem to know lots. We threw them in the dungeon, but clever ones are tasty. They may have been eaten already. Learned all you can from this void set. If you look in the dungeon, you may be able to find the clever one I mentioned. Don't worry, I won't eat you because you will have no ether, probably. Or are they just starved for ether? I'm not exactly sure what a void scent is feeling in terms of ether. Aside from being very hungry. I have nothing to share. While those I approached had no will to fight, neither were they capable of holding a conversation worth the name. My experience was much the same. Lower rank void scent tend to have lower intelligence, 'twould seem. But Scarmiglione is dead. He was talkative, at least. What of you? I found one that was talking about something they put in the dungeon. Clever void scent in the dungeon. That would be the area in which we emerged. Indeed. We didn't see anything. Let's take ourselves back there and find this void scent perfectly before it makes its fellows make a meal of it. To the dungeon, then. I should probably not. I should probably take that, I think. Do I have to walk all the way back, or is it just going to teleport me? No, it's not going to teleport me, and I don't think there's a teleport up this way. Unless I'm crazy. I'm going to adjust my mic real quick. I'm not coming through very well. There we go. Also, fun fact, my chair's bolts came out, so you may notice that I'm like leaning back in the model somewhat due to my chair being sagging backwards until I get some Allen wrenches to fix it. Very awkward feeling, I'll tell you that. Nice that they let us use a mount here, because that would be much worse. Probably could talk to these guys, but they probably wouldn't have much to say other than I'm hungry and you look tasty. Also, don't kill me. There needs to be someone within. Dark robed voice scent. Hello?
You are the friend.
So it was the Reaper from Xenos. So he made a pact with the Void Scent. Didn't you fade away when Xenos fell? Sorry, just constantly adjusting my mic because I can't sit still.
Xenos? The disgraced prince you yourself laid low?
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald. When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. It was forced to return to the void.
Xenos. Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
By technicality, yeah. So what you doing here? Crystal light.
Is that Heidelin's crystal?
What's it doing? And why? Who are you?
But how? The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
You're gonna have to explain it to me.
Returned. Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos. His avatar, until you killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Avatar, as in the void-sent servants of Reapers.
Okay, that's a classification that we need
In
to
the name
remember.
of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art.
So, Reapers are a Garlean thing.
And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered, twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Well, if this is your true form, then you're unaltered mostly. Therefore, you are a very powerful void sent.
Indeed, it doesn't. Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature. So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Good enough
Very
for me.
pragmatic.
Now, you will answer me a question.
I'll do my
Xenos called
best.
you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
It's complicated. Strictly, strictly speaking, I'm Gilder Coppergain. Yeah, that's probably what I would say. I wouldn't say to Xenos I was his friend. Not to you as just brash, not brash, rude. So strictly speaking, I'm Gilder Coppergain.
So, you're not a friend. Then... what is it? What is a friend?
Not what Xenos had in mind. His was an obsession. Some would call it a twisted sense of love and camaraderie. Others would just say batshit psycho. Hello? Who dat there? Hey, Stola. As much as one might expect the unexpected, I doubt any of us could have foreseen this turn of events. I'm surprised I read that correctly when I was barely processing that there was text on screen. She seems different from other Void Sent, at least those we met, and the change we witnessed, I suspect, is due to your crystal purging the excess darkness in her. Even so, she still harbors a great deal of darkness. I'm very keen to hear what she can tell us about herself and about her world. I'll just take the money. I already have enough food in my inventory that I don't know if I'm ever going to eat or do anything with. But this is interesting. Why would Heidel's Light decide to purge this specific Void Scent? I could theoretically do that to other Void Scent if I had enough power and ether from the light. So I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you're after? We were looking for a Void Scent with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learned of a few. We are visitors to this world, and I know little unless of its workings and ways. We'd be grateful if you could tell us about it, and about yourself. So it's information you seek. What do you offer for it? I beg your pardon? Void Scent do not give unless we stand to gain. If you desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule of this world you call the Void. That makes sense. Pray forgive our ignorance. Well, what would be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. Void Scent crave one thing alone, ether. In return for information, offer you mine, just not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Very well, I'll tell you no more than you can afford to pay. And we have a bargain. If we're to talk about the Void, let us do so outside. Come with me. Stola, how much ether reserves do you have, and would that affect the warding stone if you were to allow the Void Scent to feed on you? Should I probably should. No, it's right here. It's such a cool shot.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the Void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
Yeah, it destroyed the entire shard.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, Void Scent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat Sin Eaters, darkness begat Void Scent.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains.
Mm-hmm.
This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a Void Scent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren.
Yeah, technically Y'shtola can only see what this girl is, like, manifesting. Not necessarily their form.
You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void sent, but only in part.
How so?
The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown. But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full. I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
So she's just preternaturally disposed to darkness.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I have neglected to ask your name.
What is your name?
As we say mortal, you may call me void sent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
Then call me what you will. I care not.
What do we call you then? Who, you still, what do you got? You got a name brewing in there?
How about Zero?
I had a feeling that's this character's name. I've seen this character like once.
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
I would say Zero's
As I
outfit
said,
is
I
pretty
cannot.
sick.
Zero, then.
If you could blush, you'd be blushing. Here's to a fruitful partnership.
Partnership? Are you saying you wish to strike a bargain?
In a way.
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
About 5,000 years, give or
A
take.
dragon?
Yes. Ashdaya is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us.
That cloud is spying on us. Yep. It's gone.
Did you say something?
No.
It was.
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of void scent, perhaps.
Hi, Varshan. I must say, we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue the conversation within the castle. The throne room is defensible, given its few points of ingress. Let us head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect my payment promptly. Shall have it as soon as we arrive. In a way, Void Scent are like vampires. Oh. And that makes Zero sort of like a half vampire. I forget what it's called in D&D. There's like, it starts with a D, I believe. Dampier, that's what it is. And I think that has actual mythological what's the word I'm looking for? Not beginnings, but like etymologically. There we go. Traced to something in vampire myth. On proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. You'll be required to participate in battle. Got it.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Sure thing.
Very well.
Now you stole it. How much are you willing to give? You're back.
I should miss my mark.
You're still alive.
That fiend again? But we struck it down, watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Well, isn't that convenient for you?
Death doesn't exist. Of course, in the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
So essentially the ethereal sea is overloaded right now.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the memory.
Did you eat Ashdaya?
What?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must. Ye drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
If it's another death they want, I say we give it to them.
Yeah, but they can just come back.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
Obliged,
Bet
you say?
would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
What if we strike another bargain?
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast. Come, struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier. Every soul in this domain serves me now. Feast upon their flesh.
The castle answers his call.
What if we sever this connection to the castle
We
somehow?
do well to break up this feast quickly.
Then let's see these guests on their way.
Question, can I eat void scent? And if so, what would the effects be?
Behold the power of the Archfiend of Earth!
Resurrection. That makes sense. Scarmiglione was like a zombie dude.
He hastens their regeneration.
In 4. Oh my.
That which cannot die!
Or Sean, if you could like pull them together better, I could multi-attack. No, I don't want to target a Stinian.
This bodes ill.
Our foe has too great an advantage.
We need to drag him out of this damnable beast.
I'm surprised that let me cast. It didn't. I am lagging. Hello? Hello? They're all gonna come at me at once. I'm not dropping frames, and it says I'm still streaming. So I lost connection to the game, I think. Oh my god.
A retreat may be in order.
Tenacious Punch.
No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
There's gotta be a way to purge him.
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
That is a very pricey bit of knowledge.
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
That's not much of a bargain, but
A name for which I did not ask,
exactly.
but that I nevertheless did accept.
True. Turn him into crystals? But how?
They've been crystallized.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
Man, Zero's powerful.
Satisfied?
Very.
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
Please tell me how I can do that myself.
This? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well.
What do you owe our friend Zero?
You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine.
Also, if you can't tell, I blurred out the chat window because I can't keep it hidden, so... Also, it gives me the ability to read while you can't. Haha. I'd like to target Scarmiglione, please.
However incurable, a debt is a debt.
That's not I'm so used to practicing warrior that I tried to use inner release. No, 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 don't do that. What you got going?
Attend to the minions first.
I'd like to target them.
Be gone!
Oh, thanks, Zero. Even more? I'm not sure if this is trickery. That seems more like brute forcing them back into their ethereal components. I need to remember to cast Paradox in Umbral Ice too. Come to me. He's binding Zero.
We cannot win without Zero. We must help her.
Already on it.
Another debt we pay.
What's unfortunate with the targeting system is that in these kinds of battles, NPCs are targetable with left and right because you got to be able to heal them just in case. And I don't have healing, so I want to target Scarmiglione just immediately when I press left or right.
Finally getting serious, though. Very well. Let us return the favor.
Was I hit by Zero's marker? Oh, is he just gonna start spamming magic?
Give it everything you've got!
On it. Dead.
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again. What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this?
Didn't you pay attention, buddy?
To seal ether in crystal. Memoria. But how? How can you have this power?
Memoria, you say?
Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable fate.
Can I lick it? Should I be touching it? I asked as if I just asked if I can lick it. I assume these are the four fiends before their transformation.
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you four hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the crew's gift?
In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Then honor the pact and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
Ah.
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether. This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my four arch-fiends.
This cutscene is breaking my model for some reason.
As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
So they can't even eat the whole thing.
Are you all right?
The Void Sense essence remains, but it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
Permanent?
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I receive my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
Yeah, but we're basically asking for blood. Tired, you, Shola?
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
Sure did. So I saw a dragon, probably
A
Ashdaya.
dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya.
And they feasted on part of its ether.
Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
How you doing? In light of our recent experiences, we expect we all have questions. I trust Zero can answer some few of them. We should be still owed at least that much, I dare say. Sinead looks at you with his piercing gaze. Gilder, you've come to the 13th before, yes? You fought Void Sent here? Yeah. Clearly you didn't know they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. They seem to stay dead at this time, yes, but does that mean Cloud of Darkness is still out there? I doubt not that they did. There must be a reason why the ones you defeated did not return in contravention of the natural order. Do you remember aught of the out of the ordinary? Sealing magic like Zero's, perhaps? There are circumstances in which we were unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process, your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you have come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct void scent once more. And before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or your erstwhile prey. A fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you survived the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet despite his greater strength, Scarmiglione managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are the others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe I understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I combined the ether of the soul and crystal. Many wield this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. I'm told the heroes of the 13th once sealed gods in stones called Orosite. Are they and Memoria one and the same? Or sight. I do not know this word, but the world is vast, and perhaps Moria have different names elsewhere. But it does sound quite similar. How does one come to wield Memoria, and what happened to your peers? I never thought about that. I do know that Voidsent can't use the power. I assume that I can because I'm mortal in part. I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. And we must try talking to the other Voidsent again. Let's entrust this task to Gilder. His echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, he should be able to maintain his composure better than a concerned sibling. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but will you not ask about Golbez in my stead? On the terraces to begin with, perhaps. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what avenues we might pursue in the meantime. So, simply put, the stronger you are from eating other Voidsent, the moment you're defeated, you're more likely to just be devoured by all the things that you have eaten. Because you break apart. Because death doesn't work like that. It doesn't work very well in here. Which explains why Zero's a Reaper. She can facilitate death. Hello again. So the clever one hadn't been eaten. No one wants it, then perhaps. Golbez? Of course I know him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiends lead armies to ravage and conquer. They devour those they deem useless, those who can't fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you better flee, though soon there will be nowhere left to run. It seems the archfiends keep only those who are fit for battle. Others must escape or be consumed. If the one who devoured her dies, perhaps the mistress will return, that I might bask in her days again. Scarmiglione did die. Golbez, you say? My mistress spoke of him. He commands the archfiends. They are powerful and conquered many domains. Mistress bade us defend the castle from them. Yes, she did. They've been attacking other domains. Their fearsome reputation precedes them. Thank you, Echo, for being the babblefish. Ugh, the tasty one returns to tempt me. I mustn't eat you. I mustn't eat you. You can't. Golbez, I know of him from those I've eaten. He has minions, and those minions have minions. No one ever sees them. This army of minions, Golbez would seldom have to act personally. It would not be easy to reach him. Golbez conquering, ravaging, etc. Enlisting. Roshan at the seat of the foremost. Should be right here. Yep. You know, it makes sense there's no etherite here, considering they probably would eat it. Welcome back, Gilder. Were you able to learn aught of value? Yeah, so Golbez is a right piece of shit. So countless Voidsent answered to the Archfiends, who in turn answered to Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Scarmiglione's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the Archfiends conquer other domains. The question is, how do we reach Golbez if he surrounds himself with armies of minions? If you target his other Archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled his service, either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle. Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I'm determined to save my sister Ashdaya. If there is even a faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To the end, I want you to let us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? Got in the way of the world already. If you want my help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts. Any who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Or is this less a request and more of a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? Surely you must desire something. Name it. She doesn't really need protection. I have no purpose. Why would I desire anything? That's why I didn't bother to resist when the ones here fell upon me. What matters in a world that's already dead? By that logic, you've no reason to refuse our request. The payment need but to be your own satisfaction, correct? Did I not already say as much from the start? Very well, Zero. I propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we will provide it in ether. Simple enough. That's all you had to say. Everything else was superfluous. Fair point. Where to now? Either a place the archfiends might shrink nests, or where refugees and deserters may seek sanctuary. I know the latter. I'll take you there. I assume you can also know how you can get us off at this isle. I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. Other than you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given our numbers, we will need a large one, but regardless of size, all of it can be won with ether. Excellent. Let's go and find our mountain at once. Who's watching? Not good. Lord Golbez must hear of this. I always worry that my mic's not catching my voice. It is, but the paranoia grips me. Where are the mounts? You should be able to find a mount here. With the castle in disarray, the creatures will be hungry. Just a little ether should suffice. Are you ready? Ready to leave? Yes, please.
There it is. Good. It agrees to serve. Get on.
Got it. I'm surprised it doesn't look more like the city of Mach. That statue's doing the tank LB3. Specifically Paladin.
What is this place?
Refugee camp?
My domain.
Oh, your domain.
In the beginning, it was a sanctuary for me alone. But over time, others began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
A settlement of pariahs.
You could say that, Y'shtola.
What's that? Mortals! They're mortals! What's enticing you here? Let me have some, let me have some!
They are guests.
You are under my protection here and will not be harmed. I give you my word. Follow me.
Thanks for vouching for us, Zero. This is my abode. The others won't come near, so you may be at ease. Although you know their place, tantalizing ether to walk by, I can't guarantee they wouldn't pounce. It is a void sense nature to consume, their sole purpose. Even if the pursuit of ether may lead to their undoing, they may succumb to instinct. But any who succumb here will have to answer to me. This is my domain's one and only rule, and it is absolute. Consider yourselves duly warned. If you wish to go among the void sent here, that is your choice to make. All have fled from one master or another, but whether any of those masters in turn served Golbez, I do not know. You must ask them yourselves. And most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. Shall go about making inquiries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Once we've learned all we can, let us reconvene at yonder plaza. These ones can speak English. You're going to, of course, in which case I shall accompany you. I wish only to observe. Do not expect me to help. As settled, I'm ready when you are. Hang on. I want to see your house. Bit drab, innit? Ready? Then lead the way. I leave it to you to decide with whom you speak. Let's talk about your house. I call this my abode, but spend hardly any time here. I only return for meditation. While physical wounds can be healed by replenishing one's ether, you can't preserve your form if you lose sight of yourself. Such is the risk inherent in consuming another's soul. It dilutes your sense of self, alters you inside out. To guard against this, I meditate, visualize who I am in a place all my own. So you're saying I can eat void scent, I just have to make sure not to figure out, to, you know, make sure not to let one control the other. I have to be the master of my own mind. It's fitting that a black mage would ask these questions, considering my jobstone is preventing me from immolating from the inside out. To walk around her with her like that, you're her minion then. You know I don't take minions. He has some questions. I want you to answer them. Golbez? I don't know that one. Only Skatash. When she led us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. I've been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That's all I can tell you. Skatash. I always forget. It's Gaelic or something like that. So is it Skathai? I can't remember the exact pronunciation of what it's supposed to be in her language. It was a powerful void sent who want to rule over a vast domain. That was a long time ago though, so I doubt she has any connection to Golbez. Don't worry, I killed her, which means she should be back here. Stay away from me. I don't want to be eaten. Stay away. Golbez, I've heard the name before. I remember, always speaking of a great crusade. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. A crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this? Farfarello. He was a minion of another minion. Went on and on about the terrible things he saw. I see, so perhaps Farfarello can tell us more. I wonder how many of these voids sent I sent back myself. You're one of the mortals, is it true? When you die over there, you really die? Yeah. It's crazy. So it is. What brings you here then? Ah yes, Golbez. He seeks strong minions to grow his army, so I hear. But recently he stopped doing that. Instead he devours all. Perhaps he's gained enough fodder, is now intent on bolstering his own strength, a sure sign that he's about to make a move. Well, that's concerning. Satisfied with what you've learned, but let's step away before you become too tempting to resist. Seems the rumors of Golbez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade, whether that may be. I must say, I wouldn't have guessed that Farfarello once caught in Golbez's army. It's a miracle he survived serving an archfiend. I suppose I should explain. Farfarello is the weakest among us, constantly in fear of being devoured. He seldom consorts with others. The only one he's comfortable with is Chiriat. I know that's Italian, so Chiriato. He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows into intense, they feed on each other's ether, such is the relationship. Why ramble? Instead, seek out Farfarello, I presume? I'll come with you. It's less likely to hide that way. Question, is Old Tros a void sent? And if so, is he in here? I wouldn't think so, considering he's from 6.
Not only did the mortals conquer Troy, they defeated Scarmalione. I struggle to believe it.
They're very small, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmalione's soul into crystal.
Crystal? This one speaks of Memoria. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. It'll bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my heart.
I like this guy's voice.
The very notion wasn't absurd! Drowned in darkness. As well we all.
And yet Scarmalione still does not answer. Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer. If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived, they cannot be suffered to live.
It would go against all your plans, wouldn't it?
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez. I, Barbaricia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
What do you desire?
The dragon's ether. All that remains.
Can you even handle that?
No place.
With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
She basically just said her
and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
her loyalty's wavering.
And impress upon
unless you
these
help her.
interlopers the futility of defiance.
My lord.
I can't say his name. Farfarello keeps the fringes of my domain this way. What's this? Boys sent here don't answer to a master. They can do as they please, but almost answer to the hunger and seek out prey when they need either. Except Farfarello and Chiriato. That is, they are content to take from one another, barring an incident, they dare not venture out. When he takes flight, Chiriato will not seek shelter until he's utterly spent. Farfarello, on the other hand, prefers to hide in the same place. Come. That guy is not Farfarello. Chiriato. My guy. But whatever will I do now? Chiriato, this is rather unexpected. Where's Farfarello? Oh, Farfarello isn't here anymore. He's left. Yeah, that's right. Left? That doesn't sound like him at all. Well, he's gone, all right. What more do you want me to say? That seems suspicious. And off he flees, as he is wont to do. Something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Chiriato's behavior? I don't think he was telling the truth. So you think so too? As he says, Farfarello is gone, but that's quite unusual, considering he stays in one place. As is the fact that Chiriato, who is clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee, but instead hid here, where Farfarello usually... No. Let's go after Chiriato now. Did you eat Farfarello, Chiriato? A map of the area of the 13th. Chiriato, we need to talk. There's no time. The wind rises. We must flee. The wind rises. What is he talking about? After him. Barbaricia is coming. It's gone into you. What do you mean the wind rises? When the rises, she comes. Barbaricia. Barbaricia? Who in the world is that? You must flee, all of us. There's no time. I don't sense anything, but he seems convinced. It's a dead bent beyond. We'll corner him. It's been a while since I've done the Heavensward Alliance raids. Haven't gotten them in the roulettes at all. Which is just as well, because people don't tend to know how to do those raids. We're doomed. There's nowhere to run. Where are you running from? I already told you, Barbaricia, the Archfiend of Wind. Archfiend, you say? You will be devoured or forced to serve, to fight in the crusade, but it makes no difference. In the end, all are eaten by her or her enemies. I don't want to fight anymore. That's why I fled and came here. I see, that explains everything, almost. I thought it was Farfarello who used to serve an Archfiend, not you. Not you, who always ran at the first sign of trouble. You now speaks as though you're Barbaricia's minion. There's only one explanation. He devoured Farfarello, didn't he? Indeed, that would account for his characteristic behavior. So is that the way of it? Did you devour Farfarello? Not just a portion of his ether, but his entire being. How'd you know? You're talking like you're him. It wasn't only your behavior that felt strange. You felt strange, as if there was more than you present. Now, I don't believe you would have lost control. More likely it was at Farfarello's behest. I can't hide anything from you. I admit it. Farfarello didn't leave. I ate him. He feared Barbariccia more than anything, hated the endless fighting. So he begged me to devour him, that he would never have to fight again. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer, and though you have no control, your consciousness in part endures. Were this a world where the wheel in life does still turn, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time, it would return to the great flow. But there's no such end here, no escape. All know this, and making his choice, Farfarello must have been desperate indeed. I know now that desperation has joined with Shiriata's fear, driving the act erratically. This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be eaten, neither me nor Farfarello. But there's nowhere to go. Nowhere. And tell me about Barbariccia. I would know who is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here, and no one can escape her winds. No one. She's already here, you say? The wind's picking up. For some reason, I thought that would autoplay. Hello? That looks cool.
And she's brought her domain with her.
You can do that?
After you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
Oops, a little too quick on that draw. I think they're after you, Zero.
It can be eaten. Are you willing to be left in peace?
You and me both.
Yes, but peace isn't very easily won in this world.
One of the archfiends approaches.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
What are you gonna look like? Okay, that's sick.
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbariccia.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear. And what is this pitiful domain? Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
She's eating them. And then she's gonna eat me.
Alas, poor Scarmiglione, and good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell.
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
Mayhaps.
Dragon, you say? Huh. My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us. Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain. You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you. One way or another, I will have satisfaction.
So bring it on.
What's the plan then?
Go after her, obviously. Yeah, go after her. What else? Be playing in her hands. That's not how we work here.
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment. Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
We kind of need
I
her
shall pay
aid.
it. So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish.
Damn,
And
Varshan.
lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbaricia too recognized its potency.
Very well. We have a bargain.
The less time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone is ready, then let's set forth. Indeed, and yet my heart weighs heavy for those Barbaricia struck down. Were it not for us, she would not have come here. Should you require a moment, Zero? For what? Barbaricia took what she could. Barbaricia. She was wise to strike quickly, as would be. Agreed. There's no time for sentiment. Only battle matters now. Hey, give me the quick tongue. I like to cast spells fast. Zero has a word of warning before you go to face Barbaricia. A word of warning. Yep. Barbaricia spoke as if she would give us answers if we were to defeat her. But even assuming she'll talk, which I doubt, I trust I needn't tell you how foolish it is to give an archfiend a second chance. Best to steal her away at the earliest opportunity. If you wish to peer into her past, the Memoria will suffice. I can't wield the power at will. We kind of learned how to do that. I'll try, but I make no guarantees. Do that, and if you fail, you'll just have to search elsewhere for answers. Rest assured, this won't be our last opportunity to learn about Ashdaya. If another archfiend were to fall, Golbez would surely be compelled to respond. We need only wait for our quarry to come to us. Indeed, if our struggles with Scarmiglione taught us anything, it is we must hold nothing back with facing an archfiend. Let us hear Zero's advice and steal her away at the earliest opportunity. I know it's Scarmiglione, but I keep saying nay on accident. If we're all in agreement, let's be off. We travel by Nisrock. Void Isle hopping adventure. Oh my god, look at all that hair.
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind.
Go, Estinian.
Leave these ones to us.
I see to Barbaricia.
Oh, I love this remix of the Battle of the Four Fiends. I was not expecting a trial. I was expecting a dungeon. But that tells me I need to take a break real quick. I need to eat and I need to be ready once things get ready to go. So I'll be back in a bit. I have returned. Let's get that duty up and running. I might have to do other things in the meantime. But first, let's do some settings changes. I want to initials. That should do it. Let's see what to do in the meantime. My model is not working here. There it goes. It doesn't like the light for some reason. Strange. What to do in the meantime? That's the downside of not playing for so long. No one you know plays anymore. I'm gonna step aside real quick. This theme, though, goes crazy. Dun, dun, dun. Nope. I thought it was the first verse. I was wrong. Oh, and there's the 4 theme go in the background. Makes me wish I had my warrior up to snuff. Then again, I don't like going in first time as a tank. I like being DPS for my first time. Specifically Black Mage. I love being a Black Mage. But where to go from here? Problem is, all I have to do are duties. I think I can, darn. I was gonna do more Memories of the Dying, but that requires doing a dungeon. I guess we sit here and wait. Oh, I just had a party ready to form, and now I'm just down to myself. I could do Fates. I'm in the process of getting all the Shadowbringers fate areas done. But I'm also stubborn and I want to wait here. Well, I shouldn't. Let's head to a Shadowbringers area, probably Amarang. I wish my model wouldn't break. When the frame rate becomes ever so slightly lower than 60. Which it can go higher than 60, but for some reason when I limit it, it drops below 60. It's weird. Where am I going? This looks like it's nearly done, but it might not be safe. I don't know. This guy might die. He is very close to dead. That's not Decimate. Well, now it's time for Decimate. It's time for Felcleave. Oh, that's still a silver. That's not enough time. Do the baddie long legs. Shame that's only worth 12 poetics. I have considered joining a free company on my return, but for now, I'm keeping it to myself because, like, even though it's not really a big commitment of free company, you could always just find one that you jive with. It feels like a big commitment to me because I don't like the idea of joining one and then leaving if I don't like it. I really wish my model would stop breaking. Ding darn ovum. Apparently there's a hunt train passing through. Come back, people. I need to give a Thavnarian onion to Cupel, which is unfortunate because I sold mine. Which I didn't really need the cash, but I sold it anyway. I will say, I do like being a warrior at times. But the rotation is, because it's a tank, very, very simple. And I don't like that. It's like fun setting the pace of combat, essentially. But other than that, it's very brain dead. Like, even if I needed to use MITs. Why would I say MITs? Mitigation. I can do that without thinking. I just see tank buster or my health is low and react accordingly in the fight, or if it's a group encounter, just make sure those are kept up the entire time. Should be the last one. No? Where is the last one? There you are. The problem I really have with being a warrior is maintaining upheaval whenever it comes up. I need to make a cooldown reminder in the bottom. Raw intuition changed. I didn't realize. Ready to destroy the Waking Sands? Why, of course. I would destroy the Waking Sands at the moment you gave me that option. No one likes going back there. Although nowadays you get tickets that warp you back there. I didn't get that. I also need to make use of that move. I'm so used to using Tomahawk, though. that I don't think to close the gap too often. I need to check something real quick because I never really made note of this. But is this an off cooldown? It is. Shows how much I use that move. So I could use it, group up a bunch of enemies, hit with overpower, for instance, and get a bunch of aggro that way. Where the striking dummies are right here. Or you could be attacked while practicing on the target dummies. Also, what's funny is, I talked earlier about how Final Fantasy XIV breaks my webcam occasionally. Even if Final Fantasy XIV is running at full speed off, but I click off screen, my webcam will work fine until I click back on the screen, even though I have all the optimizations off and stuff like that. So like, FF14 should shouldn't affect my webcam at all, but it still does the moment I click on screen. Because it uses the same amount of GPU strength. Maybe it's just a problem with my webcam in particular. I don't know. Might be the encoding. Cannot jump on the rock. It will not let me. I'm doing the shared fates in these regions mainly because I just want to see the rewards for myself. I could easily look it up, and if there's anything I actually want, I could just determine that. But, something to do. We have passed the average wait time, by the way. That's not level sync. It's a shame that there's so much DPS compared to other roles.
But I see why. DPS is much more fun to play because your rotation is much more complex. But it does mean that tank and healer, while more important, are not as fun to play because they have very simple, I wouldn't even say rotations for healers. You just heal and then cast your single spell that does the most damage, essentially, while maintaining a dot, maybe. Eventually we'll get into Storm's Crown. If I could have easily eaten lunch and still would have had time for the raid to pop. Not the raid, the trial. Everyone's coming up. Get out of here, Sibyllus. Don't look at it. Probably shouldn't have used Torrent's Path there, but whatever. One day I'll get the duty. Stop casting Fireball. I could theoretically stun it, which would be a good idea. Nope. Oh, I did it again. What happens if I stand in it? Barely hurts. He's almost dead. Still waiting on that duty. Oh, my back hurts because I have to sit straight up because I can't lean back in my chair. Okay, the gem trader's over here. I'm gonna see if there's anything I want from there right now. Got 1,000 or so. Don't really want the music scroll. Nothing interesting here. Maybe when I get to rank 3. What I can do while I wait, I still haven't finished the Fae Society quests. So let's do that while we wait. Or at least start some. The rain has completely broken my model. That's really unfortunate because I really like having my face tracking working. But at least we got my mouth moving at the very least. Let's see. I probably should have stayed there. It's probably also a side effect of me streaming and recording at the same time. I'm using up all the encoding. What can you do? Oop. Finally. I like how I have this ability now where I just summon people to my side. Don't know how to get people here? Well, I have a summon spell.
Come, give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence. Such rich, exquisite ether. My hair shimmers with anticipation.
Alright, what's your deal, Barbaruccia? That healer was on point. Oh, I see. The heck is that? A red stack marker? Never seen that before. Oh.
My looks are as the wind. Soft, strong, and free.
Okay, so I gotta stay inside. Yay, my vulnerability stacks are gone. Ow. They're back.
You've done well to last this long.
I love how all this, these move names have, are hair related. Oh, she looks sick. Bayonetta. What do we do?
I'll slaughter you all.
Okay, just take it.
Dodge this if you can. I'll make it.
Oops. I hit the wrong spell. Sack marker. Two tank busters. Okay, this... She's sick with it. Don't you dare. Please don't. Oh, you're gonna drop that on me? Okay.
Don't underestimate me. Feel my fury.
Oh, I thought I had mana font, but I remember I accidentally used it. Man, this is chaotic.
No, I will not be denied.
Oh, it was Astrologian that did that sick, that caught the, raid wide right as
There's
it
still
hit.
time. With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet. You're finished. Damn it all!
What do you got to say for yourself, Barbaricia? Nothing? No echo? Okay. Focus.
I see you've bested Barbaricia. Well done.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Ashdaya.
The answer is no.
So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless. We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
It's two more Archfiends and
I but fulfilled
Golbez.
my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
Are you okay, Zero? What's... The answer is no. Just turning pale.
Her ether
Paler.
is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Hang on, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm just gonna put everything to normal. That should fix my model issue. Or not. Didn't seem to do anything. Why is my... Hang on. Am I still frozen? No, my model's just straight up broken right now. Let's... Let's fix that real quick. Give me 1 second. You're gonna see me disappear. When I close this window, save the changes. I think my webcam was frozen for too long. Close the window, damn you. Now reopen the window. I'm coming in hot. Oh, popped up. There we go. Hopefully that solves the problems for now. Shouldn't have too much trouble, although I do need to calibrate it because I'm looking to my right and that's
defaulting it as the center. There we go. That's much better. Though Zero remains unconscious, she appears otherwise fine. As far as I can discern at any rate, being part void sent, her physiology may be rather different from ours. Let us observe her for a while as we discuss our next move. How long do you suppose she will remain this way? I haven't the faintest inkling, nor can I say whether the aether we can afford to share will be enough to awaken her. It would be best to take her back with us to the source. There she would be able to guarantee all she requires. But then everyone here would be... Zero cannot give her consent, but it seems we have no choice. The alternative would be to leave you here defenseless. Should we later she desire it, we can bring her home. Nod. Gilder, might I ask you to hold on to Barbaricia's memoria? They yet serve a purpose. I have a feeling we could use Memoria to bring large things through the Void Gate. You have business with Zero? We have a newcomer, a former minion of Barbaricia. Let her know when she wakes, will you? Barbaricia's minion. Why not go and find this newcomer, so we have something to tell Zero, if nothing else? Indeed. May I trouble you to join me, Gilder? With luck, we might learn something of Gobez. Still getting some minor hiccups. What can I lower? Let's do normal shadow cascading. That should lower the GPU tax considerably. It's a shame because I can play this on like the highest settings without streaming, but the moment I stream, obviously a lot of GPU power is being diverted to other things. You're the one that's felled Barbaricia. I won't make any trouble. I'll obey, so please let me stay. If you would obey, then you tell me all blah blah blah, all you know of Gobez. There isn't much I can tell. Well, the Archfiends are allowed into his domain, wherever it is, none but they know. I see, no better way to guard oneself than keeping one's location secret. How does Gobez communicate with his minions afield? He has these scepters, staves, wherever they are, he uses them to talk to those far away. Unlike link pearls, at least in function, that will be all. My thanks for your cooperation. My thanks to you as well for affording me the time. I am satisfied, so let us rejoin the others and head home. Let's get those society quests off the board for now. We can do those when I have to waste time again. Trust you understand that once we leave the 13th, we will not return until we are prepared to resume our search. Knowing this, are you ready to depart? Yep. There's not much I can do here anyway. Back to Troya then, and thence home.
You guys are just staring, man? We're back.
Ah, you're all safe. Thank the sisters.
A moment while I close the gate.
He's been smushed.
There. We may rest easy for now. Was there any trouble? I expect some void scent slipped through.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
Good to hear.
That is well. I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important? You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
Tell us your story, man.
Indeed, you are right. It is good to be home again, among those who I love dearly and missed so much.
And we are glad to receive you, Vashan. Welcome home.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
You're not going to tell them about this? That we have just a random person from the void? I'm expecting you. If you will follow me, I'll show you to the guest chambers. Yes, please.
Our mission took many an unexpected turn. I am relieved that we have all returned safely. But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over, I would consult you on one last matter.
And that is?
Zero.
While she appears none the worse for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there aught we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force.
She can absorb ambient ether because she's mortal.
In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether. Simply being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
Then we need but wait?
I believe so. She will awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food. I know you promised her your ether, but perhaps she might appreciate fine harnished cuisine more.
Might be a little spicy for her.
Food can certainly be arranged.
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part void scent.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence. A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is void-sent, rendering it dominant. Thus, we were able to reverse it with the power of light.
I see, so that's how Heidelin's crystal did its thing.
I labor to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Fandaniel.
Oh, definitely.
Were Zero wholly void-sent, I doubt the crystal would have had an effect on her. One might say that Heidelin had a hand in your meeting.
Even though she's gone, she's still helping.
Tis no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Heidelin herself. Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
I find it funny that Varshan has an accent considering he's Vitra. And who doesn't have the accent, so he's just putting on a fake accent to make him seem like he's from Radzat Han. I probably want critical hit, even though I'm not going to use these, so why do I care? How's Xenos doing? Zero doing, Y'shtola? If I may excuse myself, I wish to pay a visit to the High Crucible. The scales functioned admirably. It would be prudent to have them inspected for signs of degradation. By all means, I'll do the same for this vessel. Then I'll go and meet with the soldiers, share with them what I learned fighting Void Sen on the 13th. What are you, my friend? Have you any immediate plans? I'm just worried about Zero. I must go and tend to my island. In that case, might I trouble you with a small task? I wish to have food ready for Zero when she awakens, you see. Would you be able to go to Murid's Mayhain and ask for suitable refreshments? Excellent. In the meantime, Nidana shall watch over Zero. She is already en route. Let us be each then tend to our respective businesses and reconvene anon. Zero, you're really cool. But look what I can do. Just think on that. I should probably use the Ethernet. Now that I set that cascading down, I haven't had any issues with my model, so that's good. Which I barely see the difference, but I know that light tracing is taxing. Welcome to Mayreed's Mayhain. Please make yourself comfortable. I'm looking for drinks. What a guest of the Satrap has collapsed from hunger. Of course, I'd be happy to help. You need only tell me what you desire. Your most accepted dish. A rich, hearty meal with plenty of meat. While that might be perfect for an adventure preparing to raid a treasure vault, I fear it would be too much for someone coming out of a long slumber. Come on, man. Some apples here. They've just come in and I can guarantee their freshness. Afterwards, until your guest feels better, she's welcome to sample whatever else we can provide. Just let her know. Just let me know. Are you sure that her being part void sent, she wouldn't enjoy a plate of steak? Welcome back. Lest you worry, Mistress Nidana has been taking good care of our guests. Will you be joining them now? Of course.
Light.
I know, crazy, right?
Is this an inn? What happened? How did I get here?
Her model's eyes are distinctly dissimilar from every other model in the game.
There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
Are you okay there?
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful! Ah! Ah!
What is this? Some sort of fiend?
A fiend? Where is it? Where?
That's racist, Zero.
But this is no time for jokes. You're in the source, my dear. The world next door. So to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed.
To be
I'll fetch
fair,
them
yeah.
at once. Wait, just a moment.
The 1st and the 13th are directly next to the source. I know it's a lot to take in, but you have a lot of ether to eat.
I took the liberty of arranging refreshments. I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
Did you know, Varshan? Shinigami love apples.
This isn't what you promised. I suppose ether is ether.
Suck the life straight out of that.
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
Where's the enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow. That's the way. So, did it taste good?
I don't know.
Can you not taste?
The long years without eating may have dulled your sense of taste.
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming others. There are some who speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their prey's ether. But I loathe the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing, but diluting my essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died, countless times.
You have? But what happens when you do?
That's a good question, Idana.
Not much. After a while, you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
Yeah, that's probably not going to work
Question of
here.
taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Very well. As my guest, I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent, and for that, I apologize. If you wish it, we will return you to yours once you have regained your strength.
It's fine. I have no reason to go back.
I mean, that's true. It's a world devastated by ruin and darkness.
Except for yours, perhaps. You intend to cross over again, I take it.
I do. I have yet to find my sister. I want nothing more than to rush to her aid, to find this Golbez and free her from his clutches, if he still holds her captive.
Though if our recent experience has taught us anything, 'tis that the 13th is more dangerous than we ever imagined. Caution must be our watchword.
Better late than never. In the short time you spent in our world, you left a trail of chaos in your wake.
I mean, that's how we work.
You managed to return in one piece this time. But don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
Rest assured, we will make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzet-Han.
Again, a stranger in this strange land. I have a condition. You must come too.
But of course.
You have my thanks.
I love the attention to detail in Zero's eyes that speak specifically. She has micro expressions in them, despite being emotionless. This world is brimming with ether. I feel invigorated just standing here in the breeze. But I'm glad I am to hear that. So is there any place in particular you wish to see? Perhaps where that food came from. Apple, was it? Well, I don't expect I'll collapse again. It would be good to know where I can procure more if necessary. It reads Mayhain it is. Then I shall introduce you to the head waitress, Malil. The place, the air is different here, and I speak not of the heat. There's a texture to it, a fullness, unlike that of elsewhere. You smell the cooking, I believe. Hanish cuisine is quite fragrant and delicious. I hope you will agree. Could attempt to introduce Zero to Mayreed herself, but Malil is more likely to be available. Hello, we got someone whose only real food has been apples. Maybe she ate before then, but she's probably forgotten how food tastes. Welcome. Greetings, Malil, and may I introduce you to Zero. She's an esteemed guest, and I ask you see to her meals during her stay. Ah yes, Mayreed has told me all. Please come to us whenever you're hungry. We'll look after you. It was here that Gilder attained the apple. While the palace cooks can prepare whatever you desire, it is certainly a quick and convenient food. I'll remember it. Who are the ones there moving their bodies about? Is it for some ritual related to eating? The dancers, they move their bodies to bring pleasure to those who are watching. It is a form of entertainment, part of our culture. How needlessly complicated. We Voidsent prefer simpler pleasures. That may be the way of it now, but your world too must have had some complicated diversions once. I don't remember. Well, let us move on. I propose we visit Balshan Bazaar, where the goods the world over may be found. Where is that? Okay, I can just walk there. Maybe teleporting to the Aetheryte would be faster, but it's not by much. What are these things for? What do you do here? This is a marketplace where people buy and sell goods. Since its earliest days, the Rods at Han has served as a trading hub, and here you'll find not only local products, but wares from distant lands. I should mention that the vendors generally only accept payment in coin or tomestones. If there's aught you desire, I shall take care of it. So that's what tomestones are for. Void sent return with them on occasion, but I never knew their purpose. It struck me as useless trinkets, and I couldn't understand your obsession with them. On the subject, there appear to be no shops on the 13th. Do you never make bargains in which possessions are exchanged? We do, but rarely. We strike bargains when we want something done. If we desire an object, we kill whoever has it. I see. Your bargains may be likened to employment, I believe. I shall bear this in mind. With that, let us continue on. I propose we head to the High Crucible of Alchemia. Where a certain Ishtola is standing. Good luck. Isu. Why, Master Vritra? How may we serve you this day? If you're here for your vessel, I'm afraid we're still tending to it. No, there's no rush. Pray take your time as you require, and I know that I have complete faith in your work. The High Crucible is home to the finest alchemists. They are the ones who created my bodies and can provide you with healing as well. Now that you think on it, you weren't surprised when I changed forms. Were you aware of my nature from the start, that I was the soul occupying a vessel, not my own? It's hardly uncommon in our world. When given the chance, many shed their bodies to claim stronger ones. Oh, you must be the rumored guest. We've been most eager to meet you. If you have a moment, would you care to stay for some tea? The sisters know we'd love to hear your tales. No, I've had enough food for now and can always attain more without the need for inane chatter. Now, no need to decline outright. I dare say you are tired, so let us save it for another time and return to Megaduda. If aught catches your eye en route, do not hesitate to say so. It's a wind weft. Some sort of fruit. Pitiful things, though. I imagine you need a lot to derive any satisfaction. These are mulberry trees. While the fruits are indeed edible, more important are the leaves, which we feed to silkworms. Without the creatures, we wouldn't have the silk to make our famous Stavnarian weave. Furthermore, the bark of the tree also possesses medicinal properties. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more useful plant. Is that so? Aside from food, I wouldn't have considered any other purpose for it. Yeah, you kind of think of only consumption in the literal sense. Master Vritra and Gilder too. If it isn't young Mayrad, and that must be your sister Yashra. Is all well at the orphanage? Yes, Your Excellency, the other children are very nice and we all look out for one another. Oh, just the other day, Estinian came to see us. Everyone was really excited. Truly, Estinian paid you a visit. That as well. Estinian would generally know what an orphan feels like. She a new friend? Friend, do you know what that is? What, you mean you don't? She is a visitor from a faraway land, you see, and is still unfamiliar with our language. And we'll teach you. A friend is someone you like to play with. Play with. Zeno seemed to be enjoying himself when he fought you. Is that the same thing? More or less. I see, but is having someone to play with so fulfilling? I still don't understand why. Why you traverse the great expanse. Why you risk life and limb for you. It's complicated. Why waste energy dwelling on such things? I am not Xenos. I stand nothing to gain nothing by knowing his heart. I'm sorry I couldn't explain it well. There's no need to apologize. The fault is not yours, but mine for failing to make sense of your words. Well, we better get back to our errand. Goodbye. It was nice meeting you. What do you see? Oh, are you just thinking? Through Xenos, I thought I understood the way of your world. The more I learn of it, the more I realize how little I actually know. It's also strange, your behavior and your reasons. I find myself baffled at every turn. But the feeling is not unwelcome. I'm learning, bit by bit. It was the right decision to join you. Think of it as part of your bargain. A gentle smile plays on Varshan's lips. I believe Zero's time here has been rewarding, and 'twas in no small part due to your company. My thanks for agreeing to join us. Come, let us return to Megaduda. Let's just take the Ethernet. It's the second one. Sorry my model is like talking right now. My AC is going crazy because it's like 100 degrees outside. Welcome back, Master Complicated. Will you be heading to the guest chambers? Yes, please.
So, what are your impressions of Radzatan?
It's probably really overstimulating, considering it's probably one of the most colorful areas you could be in after coming out of a world of pure darkness and drab grays.
There's a lot of mortals.
Everything's mortal here.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. Though they would call each other people, I think. If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around. There's only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all. While I remember some few tales of the past, I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough, then I will tell you of the events that saw darkness engulf our world. The Contra Memoria.
That would be good to know.
We are all ears. Please.
Long ago, light filled the world and all was at peace. But then the servants of darkness came, and they bequeathed a black art unto men. Channeling the power of hope and prayer, one could call forth fearsome beings known as Eidolons.
The Ascians. And these Eidolons are surely primals.
I've never heard it pronounced Eidolons.
Then you have faced the same, and understand that when an Eidolon is birthed, strife follows. And in such strife, the weak are the first to suffer. When it seemed the world would be plunged into chaos, heroes appeared. They who were blessed with a singular power, the power to bind the ether of Eidolons within crystals known as Memoria. My mother was one such Memoriate, but in fighting to save many, she herself was touched by darkness, as was I.
So you're the daughter of a warrior of light.
And so you were born part Void Sent, before the world was overcome.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
they did. They expunged the seeds of chaos and restored the peace, only to find themselves seduced by the darkness they had sealed.
Well, that's not good. That's even worse.
They spread the taint, transforming men into monsters, what you call void sent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
That is my armor set on the right. For warrior.
Not the first to be corrupted by power, nor the last.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them. For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
The flood of darkness.
The stars faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality. I was cast into the rift, and there trapped for what felt like an eternity. Until I came upon a crack. Tiny, infinitesimal, but enough for me to squeeze through. And find my world changed beyond recognition, into the lightless waste you saw.
So that is how you were able to escape becoming a void sent in full.
I suppose I should consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured. We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
Y'shtola?
A lost world, you say? I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
What are you getting at?
That it can be saved.
To explain requires that we initiate you into the truth of the source and its reflections. We warned that this will take a while.
So basically, there was a guy named Gratia, and he just pulled, like, our souls across the rift. And then a lot of shenanigans happened, Hades happened, etc., etc.
Then, unlike the worlds that have been rejoined, mine still...
Has hope?
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome. So the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction. Which gives me cause to hope there may be a way to restore light and life to the 13th. Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees. But having experienced what we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
How much is true?
I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to... But the sole reason you came to the Void was...
To find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more. But we Scions, former Scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of not leaving well enough alone. And old habits die hard, don't they, my friend?
Indeed.
Restoring the light would serve our efforts to find and free Ashdaya. There is no reason not to try.
Do as you will. I have no desire to save that world.
Be that as it may, we will have need of your power when next we face Void Scent.
I have a feeling that's a lie from her, by the way.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price. And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more. A lot more. I will consider this a deposit.
God, I want that pizza so bad. Well, that went well, Varshan. Though our time in the void was short, we managed to ascertain that my sister yet lives, and it cannot be overstated how fortunate we are to have met Zero. But the greater blessing is nevertheless you, my friend, for your encouragement to embark upon my search anew, and your help in overcoming the challenges thus far. I mean, I love going to the void, so don't get me wrong. Okay. Why is there a void scent here? Golbez and his minions will seek to stymie our efforts. Of course, of this we can be sure. With you all by my side, I have confidence that we will succeed, that we will find and liberate my sister, and that we will return home together. Money. Meanwhile, elsewhere.
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbariccia. Useless, the both of them.
It was no lie. They conspire with a Memoriat.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here. The war looms nigh. We cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them.
Do tell.
In order to guarantee its success, however, I will require Cagnezzo's cooperation. If there's sport to be had, then I'll play along. As much as I dislike following your lead, I have no patience for screaming.
Well and good to have confidence, but do not forget the cost of failure.
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
Then I will trust in your oath and your plan.
We will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow. Aha! Some excitement for a change.
He stands.
No sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps. The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause, and so you must fall.
Is that an Ascian?
What irony that the blessed damned should set us free. As I swore so long ago. The gate lies open. At long last, my ambition shall be fulfilled.
Oh god, he's planning to invade the source. Alright, Varshan. We didn't see that. Ah, Gilder, as always, your timing is most fortuitous. Wish to share your news concerning Zero. You'll call that in exchange for Ether, she agreed to aid us in our search for my sister. At your soul's suggestion, I began providing said Ether in the form of food. Zero has found the arrangement to be agreeable and has been eating steadily. In large part due to that, she claims to have already made a full recovery. If you and the others are ready as well, I would set forth for the void once more. Excellent. I shall inform you Stolen is Stinian, and go to collect my other vessel from the alchemists. In the meantime, I ask you to fetch Zero? She was absent when I visited her chambers earlier, and I suspect you'll find her in the corridor connecting Yuj and Kama. It seems she's grown partial to the view of the city at Florence. Once we have attended to our respective... I am failing to read. Respective tasks, let us gather here. She's on the bridge, so... I don't know why I pulled up the start menu. Hi, Zero. Enjoying the view.
Everyone is so carefree.
Well, we went through a lot to get there.
Unafraid and unconcerned in spite of their weakness, and how easily their lives could be torn apart in an instant. Such luxury is a loss to us. We have no hopes or dreams, and even the release of death. Only hunger. Others are a means to an end, at times a literal one. We forge covenants with men and come here to feed, or to die. I thought it would be no different when I was summoned by Xenos.
How did you get
Lives
summoned
were tools
specifically
to
by
him,
Xenos?
to be used and discarded at whim. In that respect, he was a void-sent at heart. But towards you, and you alone, he behaved differently. And I cannot fathom why. What was it that drove him? What made him choose such an end?
Did her pallor of her
But
skin
enough
change?
about that man.
Or was that just
He's
lighting?
dead and we are all better for it. Why are you here? Was there something you needed?
We're going back to the void.
So you're heading back now. Then as per our bargain, I will go as well.
Let's jump on down. Ugh, my back is getting really upset by my chair. It's older, Varshan.
Everyone is here? Good. Let us set forth for the void once more.
What is it?
What do you see? Retra's calling for some reason?
He's calling.
What is the meaning of this?
Unless I'm mistaken, that was intended for one of your kin. Who?
It was for the briefest of moments, but I felt her. Ashdire.
I thought she was in the void.
As did I. Yet the presence was unmistakable. Thus did I call out, only for it to fade and vanish.
Perhaps she crossed over to the source, then immediately turned back.
I do not know.
That's not a good sign if that's true.
Could she have found a way home?
No, she didn't.
The how of it aside, if she was indeed in the source, there may be clues where she came through that could lead us back to her. Where exactly was it that you felt her presence?
Far to the north. That was all I could discern.
The north, you say? Beyond the bounty? Garlemald?
As good a place to start as any. My apologies, Zero, but your return to the void will have to wait.
I told you before that I have no reason to go back there. Do as you will.
All right. I presume you wish to stay here in Radzatan until we return?
You've kept me amply fed. I wouldn't be averse to helping you on your search.
If Ashdire was indeed here, other Voidsent may have made the journey as well.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. We would welcome your company.
If it's decided, then I'll contact our associates in Garlemald. It's me. Still talking everyone's ears off, I trust?
I'm talking about Lucia.
Understood. We'll see you there. We're to rendezvous at Tertium. We'll need to teleport to make it there in time. Can you?
Aye. I know it well from my time as an avatar.
Then it seems we're all set.
That's convenient.
If there is nothing else, let us see to our final preparations.
God, I wish my chair wasn't slightly broken right now. My back is not holding on to this very well. By all accounts, Ashdaya is Golbez's prisoner, yet she was in the source. It could be that she managed to escape from the void, if only for a fleeting moment. That is mere conjecture. If we want the truth, then we must go and find it. Come, let's make for Tertium. Our friends are waiting. I have a feeling it's going to be Alphino, actually.
Any moment now.
My friends.
Yep.
'Tis good to see you again.
And you. I was worried that the cold wouldn't agree with you, but you're both looking quite well.
You get used to it. It helps that there's no shortage of fuel and heaters like before.
Glad to hear it. Have you been working in Garlemald all this time?
We have. Though the worst is behind them, the people still have a long road ahead.
Yeah, the city was
With the
devastated.
nation in ruins and the leadership void yet to be filled, there remains a lack of direction, a pervasive sense of aimlessness and worry.
Still, everyone wants to make things better. And we're here to help. A lot of Garleans wanted nothing to do with us, but they're starting to come round. Slowly, but surely.
Sounds like quite the undertaking.
Indeed, it has not been easy. But we've been able to make progress thanks to the cooperation of like-minded souls. The allied nations continue to send supplies, which allow us to meet basic needs such as food and shelter. Meanwhile, Euless and a number of soldiers have begun a restoration initiative, with more and more volunteers joining by the day.
Like Alphino said, they've got a long road ahead of them. But we'll get there together, one step at a time. But enough about events here. What brings you to us? And with new company, besides.
I wonder if we're ever going to come to a reconstructed Garlemald in one of the expansions.
This may take rather a long time to explain, but bear with me.
In the process of trying to find travel between worlds, we found out.
The 13th?
Yeah.
After traveling to the edge of existence, I thought you'd keep your escapades closer to home for a while. But I suppose there's no stopping you. Not that I'm one to talk, of course.
The heart of an adventurer cannot be denied.
You could have at least invited me too. Surely there was room enough for me and Grahar in the Undersea Vault.
Raha really wanted to go. Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. You can make it up to me on the next one. But on a more serious note, are we sure it's wise to keep Xenos' former avatar around?
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
I understand how you came to work together, but nevertheless...
You're right to be cautious. I'm a Void Sent, after all. But do not conflate me with Xenos. To recall my time in his service, it angers me.
Is that so? I think we'll get along just fine, you and I.
Now that we are all caught up, to the matter at hand. As we were about to resume our search in the void, I felt the presence of my sister Ashdaya in the source. Somewhere in the far north, perhaps even here in Galdemald. If you have seen or heard anything out of the ordinary, I must know.
Did you?
As a matter of fact, we may have.
Really?
In recent days, we have had to contend with a surprising number of Voidsent. And not the lesser kind that occasionally manifest, but ones possessed of considerable power.
Well, they found a way out.
You think they might have been summoned? By whom?
We're not sure. But as Euless reminded us, practitioners of a certain traditional Garlean art rely upon Void-sent servants. While there are no known Reapers left in Garlemald, we can't rule out the possibility that some are working in secret.
Mm-hmm.
To summon not one, but several powerful Voidsent is no small feat. But if Ashdaya was indeed called from the void...
Then it is likely the same party is responsible. Alternatively, the etheric confluence at the Tower of Babel may have triggered an expansion of natural fissures one could use to cross over. But I think that improbable, if not impossible.
Okay. So someone is forcing them through.
We must assume these events have indeed been orchestrated.
Well, summoned or no, we've been trying to track them to their origin. It's the mountains to the east, we think.
Can you guide us there?
I would, but the terrain is too difficult to traverse on foot. Nor is flying an option due to the winds.
Too much ground to cover in any case. Is there no way to narrow it down?
There is one place we thought to look first. An isolated village rumored to have once been home to a Reaper order.
Interesting.
That would indeed make an excellent start. Though the question of how to get there remains.
Euless may be of assistance. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass and consult him.
The broken glass. That's not the right teleport. Euless? Oh, Gilder, what a welcome surprise. And I see you're traveling with a large crew as usual. Not to suggest that's an inconvenience for us. We'd be happy to share our supplies with you and your allies should you require any. I'm good, but thanks. Apologize if we interrupt, Euless, but there's a matter we wish to discuss. We've just finished our routine briefing, so you've come at a good time. Is this about the Voidsent? So you know. It is, from what we can discern, they're coming from the mountains to the east. Practitioners of the Reaper's arts once lived in that area, did they not? Yes, they had a village there in the Lapis Manalis caverns. The Scythe wielders forged pacts with Voidsent and took to battle with the beings at their side. For a time, they played an invaluable role in our military, but the advent of Magitech saw them fall out of favor. And when some were unmasked as insurrectionists, the order was outlawed. The village is believed to be long abandoned. My sister has been taken captive by Voidsent. I sensed her presence in this land and have come in search of her. If Voidsent had been sighted here, then I believe there is a connection. We should like to investigate these caverns you mentioned, but Alpha Note tells us they are not easily reached. I'm afraid so. Deep snow and tumultuous winds roll out walking and flying. If you were to get anywhere, you're going to need a Magitech snowcraft. Alas, the last remaining functional one which it had has broken down. Should still be over in Cerulia Engines, where it was abandoned. Is there anyone who can fix it? Perhaps the former engineers at Tapper's Den. Their duty included transporting cerulean tanks to Juturna Platform G using snowcraft. I expect they had to maintain a few over the years. That's worth looking into, I'd say. In the course of delivering provisions, I've come to know the people there quite well. If they can help us, I'm sure they will. May I ask you to accompany her? Given the presence of Void Scent, it's best we avoid traveling alone. I'm losing the ability to speak and read at the same time. In the meantime, will you not tell me more about the mountain? I would like to learn as much as I can before commencing our search in earnest. Come with me, I'll introduce you to someone who's well versed in the local geography. Alize, was it? I wish to speak with you. In that case, why don't you come with us to Tapper's Den? We can chat on the way. What do you got to say to Alize, Zero? Probably something about how you kind of mess with Xenos' mind by pointing out that he'll never get his fight if he continues on his path.
What was it you wished to talk about?
Why do you help these people? What is it that you stand to gain?
That's something she wouldn't really comprehend.
I'm sorry?
You don't act on behalf of a higher power, nor are you bound by a contract. In spite of this, you help them. Why?
And there I thought it was something serious. I help them because I want to. Because it's the right thing to do.
But what do you stand to gain? You didn't answer the question.
Satisfaction on a job well done?
I followed my heart. What I got out of it came after. Was there anything else? If not, let's keep moving.
Right. To act not out of obligation or in pursuit of gain. To simply live. And they survive like this.
It's definitely a far cry from the 13th. We should get back to it, but before we do... Are you right, Zero? Did I say something that confused or upset you? No, I'm simply just trying to understand your perspective. If you wish to continue, I'm ready and able. Well, that's a relief. This isn't the sort of place that you want to mull over things. It's not much farther to Tapper's Den, but that will have much trouble finding an engineer when we arrive, so let's speak with the first one we spot. Yeah, snowmobile. Well, yeah, I know you. You're the one who roughed up the guards. After you left, your contingent friends came along. Our lives are a lot easier now, thanks to them. They understood our plight and offered to help. Whether we wanted to stay here or return home, for that we are truly grateful. We're grateful to you, too, Alize. The trip across the lake is hardly pleasant, but you make it all the same to bring us provisions. Oh, don't mention it. We're just glad we can help. As said, we were actually hoping to ask a favor of you today. We need a Magic Tech snowcraft repaired, the one abandoned in Cerulean Engines. We were told that you might be up to the task. Ah, so you want to ride the mammoth? The mammoth? That's what we took to calling the crafts on account of their size. Oh boy. It's often I use them on rigs. I know a thing or two about their maintenance. I'll see if I can get your mammoth roaring again. It's the least I can do to repay your kindness. Wonderful. Please come back with us to Broken Glass, and we'll take it from there. So far, so good, Gilder. Let's be on our way. And let's warp back, because I don't want to make that walk. Welcome back. I presume this is the engineer who will help us with the craft. I'll do everything I can to get her up and running again, but I doubt I'll be able to do so quickly, at least on my own. The mammoth is big, and so are its parts. Some strong backs should make the work go faster. You have ours. You've finished learning about the mountain, I take it? Aye, we've had a solid grasp of the area as well as the site of the snowcraft. Back is perhaps not as strong as some, but I should be glad to stand guard for Voisin and other unruly wildlife. Much obliged, miss. Then let's head over to the mammoth and assess what needs to be fixing. The matters here well in hand, which means we can resume our duties. Would you care to assist us, Gilder? Sure thing. What do you need me to do? How about you, Zero? I'll assist you as well as payment for answering my question. It's hardly something that demands payment, but be glad for your contribution nonetheless. She's starting to warm up. Alpha Note has been added to the Unending Codex. Alizé has been added to the Unending Codex. Oh dear God, everything's getting added to the Unending Codex. I want to keep going, but my back says no. So I'm going to call it here and get some rest, but that'll be it for today. Have a nice day and goodbye.